Hi there. If you have been dealing with Islam for a sizable amount of time, you will understand that there is something that comes across very often, and that is projection. Projection is the act of accusing other people of something that you are doing. That's what projection is. I think that's where this device that is called projector, I think it's from that concept that that thing is named. Okay, so you see that device, it is what is inside the device that it pushes out on the screen. So it is what is inside that you see on the screen. That is projection. And so many times you're going to see Muslims come to you either on the internet or in real life, and they will be telling you this and telling you that and accusing you of so many things. And when you look deeply, you will find out that those things that they're accusing you of are actually in their own religion. So I want to give an example of one of them in this video. So here is recently I had a video which was based on the feedbacks that I've been receiving from Muslims on a series that I embarked upon, the series on why I reject Islam. Actually, this is episode 5, and I was treating a comment on episode 5, and just have a snippet of that. Let's watch. Hi there. In this video, I want to talk about the feedback I've been getting from a particular series, why I reject Islam. I want to look at, I'll pick one because most of the responses from Muslims anyway, there are other people that are responding, but the responses from Muslims have been, guess what? No response. There have been no response. So I'll be checking one, and then I want to discuss the response. So let's do it. So that was the intro that I did on that video. And after that, I went into the response, the actual response. And the response was no response. Then, which is a feedback on episode 5. Then somebody came and also gave a comment on the feedback of episode 5. So that's what I want to share with you in this video. And then this will be my response to that particular comment. Actually, 3 of them came to make the comment. So let me look at that and scroll. So here is, you have the comments here. So the first one says, now I know why the bills are high. And somebody responded and said, I get it, brother. And another person said he probably spent it all on KFC. Now, if you have not been dealing with them, you're not going to know what they're talking about. So they're accusing me of getting money from the videos that I'm doing. Maybe some people are giving me money, that I'm in need for money. That is exactly what they are insinuating here. And this is not the first time that I got that kind of response. So what I'll be doing in this video is to actually flip their accusation and show them that I am not in need for the money. It is their prophet that was in religion for the money. And so I'll be looking at 3 things. You see, when you're dealing with Islam, you have a lot of places to go. You have a lot of things. It's just unfortunate that people don't know these things. So I'll be giving you 3 instances to back my point that Islam, and when I said Islam, that is, once I talk about Muhammad, that wraps up Islam. So I'll be looking at 3 things in the Quran and in the Hadiths, how it's all about profit, how it's all about money, how it's all about spoils, booty.
So let's do it. I'm going to go to Surah 58. So let's do that. Surah 58. And I'll go to Ayah, what is that? Surah 58, Ayah 12. I hope it's on the screen now. Surah 58, Ayah 12. All right. So this is Surah 58, Ayah 12. What does it say? O believers, when you consult the messenger privately, give something in charity before your consultation. What do you call this? Consultation money. This is consultation money. Do you think any Muslim will know these things and yet will be accusing other people of trying to make money from religious duties? Do you think so? Several months back, I was responding to Chika Katie, that woman, that revert as they used to call them, that was saying that churches are into business. She said it's business center, and I did a video responding to that. But in that video, I didn't refer to Muhammad at all. I didn't go into much of this. But now, because they are not going to stop, so I'm firing back with this. So look at the ayah again. O believers, when you consult privately, so there is public lecture, but if you want to see him for maybe you have marital problem, maybe you have business issues, maybe you have whatever, maybe you have health problems, you have to give money, you have to bring a gift before the consultation. Look at it on the screen. I am not making it up. Surah 58, Ayah 12. Before the consultation, you have to give something. Give something in charity before your consultation. And it goes ahead to say, that is better and purer for you. What is the meaning of that? What's the meaning of better and purer? So whoever is not doing that is not pure, or what? Now look at this. You always find this kind of caveat in so many Islamic verses. So it's going to say, do this, but if you cannot do that. So look at this. But if you lack the means, if you are poor, then Allah is truly all forgiving. What is the meaning of all forgiving? All forgiving for not having money to give to the prophet. You want to go and see him, you have a problem. You want to see him, you want to express your mind, you want him to counsel you, and you don't have money to give. Is that a sin? So if it's not a sin, why the talk of forgiveness? It is just to put people in trouble. It is just to make people feel guilty. So, but if you don't have, if you lack, Allah has forgiven you. Have they sinned by not having? Is it a sin to not have what to give the prophet for private consultation? And yet these very ignorant Muslims will come and be talking to some other people and be insulting them and be insinuating. Sometimes they say directly that you're doing video. I've seen that before. I'm on YouTube because I want to make money. Isn't it funny? Who is in it for money now? Is it me or your prophet? Is there anybody, any subscriber that has given me a penny here? Have I ever asked for anybody to give me anything? No. But look at your Quran. Consultation. You have to pay. Okay? And if you don't have anything to pay, well, Allah will forgive you. Because not giving him is a sin. So that is the first thing. I'll go to another surah. Okay? I'll go to another surah, which will be surah. This one is fantastic. Surah 8. Let's do it. Surah 8. Let's go that. Let's go there. Surah 8 from Ayah 1. So, all right. Surah 8, Ayah 1. Look at it. Look at this. So this is example 2 that I want to give. They ask you regarding the spoils of war. This old prophet is not there, but let's just read it. They ask you regarding the spoils of war. Say, before I go on to explain this is very funny. So they would go to communities and attack them and raid them. It is called military expedition. To conduct military expedition. And they call this religion. They will raid communities, raid villages overnight. I can show you in several hadiths. They will raid them overnight and take their wealth. And Muhammad was leading this, either leading or sending some high-profile followers. Who is in it for profit? Who is serving God for profit? Is this serving God? Okay, so at a time, people were now asking what would be the sharing formula. And they were not, maybe there was, they were not contented or something like that. Then this ayah had to come down. Okay, this ayah came down. So they ask you, O Prophet, regarding the spoils of war, say, their distribution, look at it, their distribution is by Allah and His Messenger. Do you see that? Who is in it for profit? The distribution of the spoils, of the booty, is by Allah and His Messenger. Nobody has a say. All of you go and sit down. You have no business here. The decision, remember Surah 33, Surah 33 and 36. You Muslims, when Allah and His Messenger, when they have decided a matter, when they have decreed a matter, including the distribution of the spoils of war, you have no say. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. And let's look at the distribution. Let's see what the distribution. So be mindful of Allah. Settle your affairs and obey Allah and His. Oh God, I can't believe all this. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Okay, I can't believe this. Be mindful of Allah, obey Allah and His Messenger, and this and this and that. Do you see partnership? Do you see so whatever Muhammad says, this is how to distribute it, and that's how it is distributed. We're actually going to go ahead and see how the spoils are distributed. Let's see. So this is Surah. This is Surah. The same Surah. Surah. What are we reading there? Okay, so Surah 8, right? And this is Ayah 41. The same Surah 8. We read Ayah 1, where people were saying, they were asking, how do we distribute these booties, this reward of fighting? We've killed a lot of people. We've taken captives. By the way, part of the booties are the captives, the women, the girls that they just shared them. They shared those girls. This one will carry 2. This one will take 3. Muhammad had his share. That's how he had a lot of captive sex slaves, those that his right hand possessed. But let's look at the sharing formula. After Allah had said in Ayah 1 that the distribution formula will be decreed, will be decided by Allah and His Messenger. Both of them will sit down and decide what formula are we going to use. Allah and Muhammad sitting down and deciding. I'm not the one saying that. That's what Surah 8 Ayah 1 says. Okay, so he now says, know that whatever spoils you take, 1/5 is for Allah and the Messenger. 1/5 is for Allah and the Messenger. Have you seen that? Whatever spoils you take, okay, 1/5 is for Allah and His Messenger. His close relatives, orphans, the poor, and needy. Blah, 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 blah. 1/5 is for Allah and His Messenger. Do you believe this is actually a revelation coming from God? Do you believe it? Or this is business? This is business. His close relatives, his associates. And then they put the orphans and the poor and all that, just to kind of manipulate people into submission. You can read any version that you like. It's the same story. So don't come here and insult our sensibility and talk about somebody doing what they are doing for money or for business or for profit. What you are doing is projection. It is your religion. Is a business of your sheikhs and the imams and all that. Call them to come and handle any occasion, and you see what is going to happen.
whether it is naming ceremony or any ceremony, and see the magic they perform. And you will come and project that on us and say we're in need for money. I'll give you one more example so that you will learn to shut your mouth next time. Otherwise, if you don't, then we keep on reading these things, keep on reading this and exposing the so-called religion that you carry. So I'll go to a hadith this time around. I've shown. So for those who may want to say, well, I don't believe the hadith, at least I've shown you in the Quran that it's all about business. Let's go to hadith now. This is Jamia Tirmidhi, or like the Nigerian Muslims want me to pronounce it, Tirmidhi. Jamia Tirmidhi. Let me show you what I'm reading. This is Jamia Tirmidhi, 1568. Have you seen that? Jamia Tirmidhi 1568. Okay. So let's read from the beginning and look at the grade. Is Sahih. Sahih, the grade is Sahih. So you cannot accuse me of this. Look at the heading. Killing captives and ransoming. Killing captives and ransoming. That's the heading. Let's read it. Narrated Imran bin Hussein that the prophet ransomed 2 men for the Muslims with a man from the idolaters. 2 men for the Muslims, blah, 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 blah. This hadith is Hassan, with the first one. The narration is of the first one is Hassan. That's what it says. The paternal uncle of Abu then mentioning the people that were ransomed. So this hadith is ransomed. It's a Hassan. But let's read the real thing here. This is acted upon. So this hadith that was first narrated, that he did this, is acted upon. This is acted upon according to most of the people of knowledge. So most of the people of knowledge are following this among companions of the Prophet and others. It is for the Imam to decide to be generous with whom he wills among the captives, or to kill whom he wills among them. Can you believe this? It is for the head of the Ummah. Whether you call him the Caliph, or you call him the Amir, or you call him the Amir is whatever name you want to call him. It is left for him to decide what to do with them, whether to waste them or to, anyhow, or to collect money and release them, ransoming. Is this religion? Is this religion? So let's read on. Let's read on. You haven't seen anything. So it says, or to ransom whom he wills among them. Some of the people of knowledge preferred killing over ransoming. This is the beauty of Islam. Remember, the people have already been captured. Their villages burnt. Their property confiscated. These are the survivors. And yet, this person is saying, some people of knowledge preferred killing them. They are now at your mercy. You are still going to kill them. Do you understand what is happening? You've conquered them. You've defeated them. But some of the people of knowledge, and some of our friends here in Nigeria like to talk about knowledge. Do you see what the people of knowledge do? People of knowledge. Some of the people of knowledge, they preferred killing them. Killing the slaves that have been taken captives over ransoming. Let's now read it. It has been conveyed to me that this ayah is abrogated. Which ayah? This. Which is 47:4. 47:4. Surah 47:4 is abrogated. What is it? What is there? We can go and check that. Okay, I'll even do that. 47:4. So let's go. 47. Surah Muhammad. Surah Muhammad is Surah 47. Ayah 4. Let's go. So, Surah Muhammad. Look at it. So when you meet the believers, strike their necks.
strike their necks until you have thoroughly subdued them. Then bind them firmly. Later, free them either as an act of grace or by ransom until the war comes to an end. So it will be. So will it be. Had Allah willed, he himself could have inflicted punishment on them, but he does this to test some of you by means of others. And those who are martyred in the cause of Allah, he will never render their deeds void. Imagine all this blah, 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 blah. What is the meaning of all this? So Allah could have, if Allah willed, he could have inflicted punishment on them by himself. Why doesn't he do it? Because he doesn't have power to do it. That's why Muslims go about killing, maiming, raping. And while doing that, they think that Allah is the one carrying out the punishment through them. And he added by saying, he does this using you to kill them. It is to test some of you by means of others through. Imagine all this nonsense. But then, going back to here, to Jamia Tamadi, it says 47:4 has been abrogated. Okay? By whose report are you going to believe? This has been abrogated. Whose report are you going to believe? It is Al-Azhar who said it. See, said it has been conveyed to me. Who conveyed it to him? You don't know. You don't know. This is what you find in Islam. And everybody is just using his own initiative. Everybody uses his own judgment to do whatever they please. And these guys want to come and be telling us about who is doing what for profit, for business. But then let's read on. So it says, it was abrogated by, that is, replaced by, kill them wherever you find them. That is 2:191. This was narrated to us by Hanad, who said, Ibn al-Mubarak narrated to us from, imagine, this person said that he had it from his father, that his uncle told his aunt, that his aunt had it from his nephew, and his nephew got it from his younger brother, who told his grandmother. That's what you're going to hear. All kinds of messy webs. And this is what they call knowledge. This is knowledge. But let's just wrap this up. So Ishaq bin Masur said, I said to Ahmad, you don't know any of these people, when the captives are captured, is killing or ransoming better to you? This is where I'm going now. When the captives are captured, this person is asking, is killing or ransoming better to you? He said, if they are able to ransom, then there is no harm in it. Do you see that? Even though this person said the ayah on ransoming has been abrogated by kill them wherever you find them, meaning no ransom again. But this, and they are still saying, well, you can ransom if they are able to ransom, if they are wealthy. If you are going to have money in it, then do it. Let's read it. So he said, when the captives are captured, is killing or ransoming better for you? He said, if they are able to ransom, then there is no harm in it. Have you seen that? And if they kill, then I do not know of any harm in it if they waste them. If they waste them. Look at what this person said. So this person who is asking question, Ishaq bin Mansur, he now said, Ishaq said, wiping them out is better for me. Wiping them out, waste them is better. These are captives that have been already subdued and conquered. Wiping them out is better. He then added, unless it is someone well known, unless this is a popular person, so that it is hoped that a large amount will be obtained for him. Do you see this? Unless it is someone well known. That's why all over Islamic countries, kidnapping is very rampant. It's very, very rampant. And then they target well-known individuals. Where do you think they get it? It's from here. It's from here. So wipe them off, kill them, unless it's somebody well-known.
so that it is hoped that a larger amount will be obtained. So, Muslims, there is still more. I'm just using this to fire a warning shot. If you're going to come to our channel and you will come and be insulting us of doing it for money, then we will dive deep and show you that the whole of your religion is just based on money, profit, and wealth. Muhammad did it, his followers did it, and today it is still being done everywhere all over Islamic countries. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you and God bless you. Who is in it for profit? It is Islam.